Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nityanandam, we are back. Sorry for the short delay. And we are ready to start now. After this powerful darshan with Swamiji, all of us have been initiated to achieve the space of completion with ourselves, and creating the best four images that we want to live, that we want to carry in our lives. So with this powerful initiation, we'll be resuming our process today, powerful completion process, where step by step we are doing the completion with our root pattern and looking deeper and deeper and working on these four images, understanding the four images that we carry, first of all, and how can we create the best four images, authentic identity that we want to live. But first, to start with, we'll be having a round of power manifestation as usual. So we request the participants to prepare yourself, and please gather back. We also see a few of you who are away and off camera. Please come back, activate your camera. Let us get ready to start. And we'll be having another round of the body scan. So for the body scanning, you can partner with someone, and in the Zoom, or even if you have somebody at home, you can pair up with whoever you want. Just have a partner, and through the third eye, we'll be scanning within their body and see. It's also interesting to manifest this power alongside the completion process. Swamiji says that the completion will heal your physical body. Okay, it's not just when you do completion, yes, you will be healing on an emotional level, healing from the past. All of this happens, but it has a very physical effect, and you will be able to experience it whenever the completion happens. Some of your internal organs will suddenly be freed, because every emotion, every cognition has an impact on your physical body itself.
Yes. So, like how Swamiji says, like every emotion, every pattern that we have is stored in our muscle memory. So, for an example, if we have insecurity, that will be stored in our lower back. So, till the time we are suffering with this pattern of insecurity, our lower back will be very weak. It will be like a load on us. So, anything we'll want to do, like lifting weights or being able to even walk comfortably or run anywhere where we will have to use our lower back, we will not be able to, because we hold that insecurity pattern, that incompletion within us. So moment we are complete with our insecurity, the lower back gains a strength. So now, as Swamiji has initiated us into the science of completion and to recreate our four images, complete with our self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, and create our new four images: our inner image, what we perceive about ourselves; the outer image, what we project as ourselves to others; the others image, what we think that others think about us; and the life image, the idea that we have about the life. So Swamiji has now initiated and blessed us to recreate all our four images. Now we'll be manifesting this power of body scanning. So every time when we are manifesting a power, we embody Swamiji. By the using the word embody, what I mean is we physically embody him. See, when we were in Gurukul, always one thing our Acharya used to tell, even Swamiji told us multiple times, just replicate my body language, you will manifest powers. So we have seen Swamiji many times, even in oneness capsules, we would have seen like how Swamiji just sits in samadhi, his back will be straight, the whole space that he will hold, we have seen. So just by remembering that body language and replicating, just like in a childish way, I can say, just doing it like a copycat, just exactly replicating Swamiji's body language and remembering him, becoming him, will manifest power. So when we become him, the patterns that we are having, the incompletions that we are having are all just burnt away. So let us now enter into the power manifestation of the body scanning.
Yes. So from this space, let us start the body scanning. Let us sit as Swamiji would sit, and manifest this power the way Swamiji would do. And if you haven't partnered with anyone yet, please do so now. If you need a partner, you can drop a message in the chat. And otherwise, as you said, just call up a friend, partner with somebody at home. And if really you don't have anyone, all right, you can scan yourself as well. This is also possible. So get ready and just sit. Chakra Swaropini needs a partner. If anybody is available, you can drop a reply in the chat. Anyone who doesn't have a partner yet, you can team up. Just give a response in the Zoom. And let us get ready to start. Just sit as Swamiji. Remember yourself as Swamiji. Visualize yourself as Swamiji. And have your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Have your awareness on the third eye. Just chant the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. And If anybody wants to partner with Ma Chakaraja Sarpin, you can drop a message. Otherwise, once we start, just manifest this power for yourself. That is also fine. And just see within either your body or your partner's body. Scan and see why is there a space of completion disturbed? Is there any incompletion that is manifesting, that is causing any imbalance in the body? Swamiji says when we are in a space of complete completion, we naturally manifest the perfect body. So scan within the body through the third eye. Continue to chant the Mahavakya. If you feel like you can take notes, or you can go on sharing as the power manifestation happens, as you'd like. All right, so let's start now with the body scanning.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham
Yes. You can start to share whatever you have seen through the third eye. And if you want to manifest for a few more minutes, you can continue giving maybe just a couple more minutes. But start sharing, start to post whatever you have seen through the third eye. So if you have scanned your partner, you can share with your partner and ask for feedback. And even if you have scanned yourself, you can let us know whatever you have seen in the chat. So let's take a few more minutes.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nityananda
All right. So we hope that you had the opportunity to share. And we also have the sharing. My chakra rasarupi, my left leg gets softer. Yes, actually, yeah, when you do the body scanning, not only you'll be looking for the ailments or their possible, or for their cure, but you will even feel the healing happening at the same time, because when you are in that space of oneness with Swamiji, and when you see through the third eye, you can experience the instant healing happening at the same time. So it's great to know that you are experiencing that.
So when we do the body scanning, even in the Shastra Pramana, it says, Swadehe Jagato Vapi Sukshma Sukshma Tarani. Even the way consciousness fills your body when you are doing the body scanning. So it is not just diagnosis, it is diagnosis and solution put together. So when the consciousness fills our body completely, it's not that we only find out what are the problems, we also heal them naturally.
Yes. So thank you all for participating in this power manifestation. And thank you for sharing your experience as well. And let's now move on. Now we'll be resuming with our sessions on completion. And we hope that you all have been able to progress in your personal completion process as well, that you have been able to identify the root pattern and complete, or at least start completing with the multiple layers of it. And we'll be continuing with that. Now we'll be first focusing on the 4 images, the creating the 4 best images that we want to have. So first we'll be listening from Swamiji, how to create our authentic identity. And then we'll take some time to contemplate and actually create that authentic identity for ourselves. So let us start. Let's hear first from Swamiji, and then we'll move into the exercise.
I'll expand on the power of authenticity. Please listen. It is authenticity makes you man. Neither the birth nor the growth of your body or the growth of your wealth makes you a man. It is authenticity which makes you a man. Please listen. All sufferings, when I say all, I mean capital letter ALL. All sufferings is because you forget your identity again and again and again. All the good things are showered on you when you become authentic. Again and again, aligning yourself to authenticity is tapas. I wanted you to understand this one thing. When you are putting your inner image and outer image, don't try to describe it in just one word. Some of the people have just put Shivoham, 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 Shivoham for all the 4. Understand, what do you know about Shiva? Describe the inner image you wanted to have. Even if you define it overall under the title Shivoham, describe what you understand as Shivoham, because now whatever you describe as your inner image, anything other than that, if it is sitting inside you, it has to be completed and dropped. So, the article title can be Shivoham, but the article has to be written detailed way. When you write inner image Shivoham, describe the detailed qualities. What do you think as Shiva? Please listen. You will not know Shiva as on now, but at least pen down what do you think as Shiva. Let us complete all the incompletions other than your perception of Shiva. For example, if you perceive Shiva, all powerful, all knowing, always compassionate. So now you will have to complete with your ignorance, powerlessness, all ignorance, and all violence. You have to complete and drop them. Then don't think you will get only the 3 qualities of Shiva. Once you finish completing with few incompletions, all the qualities of Mahadeva which you imagined and not imagined will break open as if the floodgates were opened inside your system. Understand? There is a beautiful Upanishad in our Vedic tradition where the Guru was asked by a disciple. The disciple asked the Guru, why don't you initiate everyone into the great truth of Advaita? You are the ultimate. Guru says, people won't understand. Disciple says, no. You are not that graceful. You discriminate. The Guru says, all right, sit next to me. He makes him sit. He calls all the demons, asuras, and gives them the Advaita Upadesa. You are the ultimate. Immediately, they went back to the Asura Loka and declared that we are everything. Eat, drink, be merry, and destroy everybody else. He calls the human beings. He says, you are the ultimate. Gives them the Advaita Upadesa. They jump into the planet Earth and say, we are the ultimate, come on, enjoy, have pleasure. Pleasure is life. Pleasing the body is the goal. He calls the matured beings and says, you are the ultimate. They sit in samadhi and get enlightened. Understand, sometimes the same truth, if you don't live it with authenticity, can be dangerous. If you live with authenticity, one truth is enough to completely make you enlightened. The truth about death, either it can make you more and more dharmic and enlightened, or it can make you more and more greedy and lusty. You can say, anyhow I am going to die, why unnecessarily waste the life? Let me meditate and become enlightened. You can also say, anyhow I am going to die, why waste life? Come on, let's drink, womanize, be in pleasure. Same truth. With authenticity works in a different way. Without authenticity works in a different way. Without authenticity, you are the ultimate can make you demon. Without authenticity, the spiritual strength or the spiritual teaching which is given to you can make you demon. Only with authenticity it makes you enlightened. Understand? The basic quality for life is authenticity. The first and foremost quality for the life to start in you is authenticity. So describe what is your inner image, elaborate, detailed way, and describe what is your outer image in an elaborate, detailed way, how you want to project you. Describe others' image, how people should perceive you. Describe the life image, how you want to experience life and others. Describe all these four elaborately, because as elaborately as you describe, it will be easy for you to find the incompletions. I am giving you an example. For example, if you describe all-knowing is my inner image. So now, the incompletions you are having is your ignorance. Why you entertain ignorance? Ignorance is always made to look cute in the name of innocence, which is not right. But society, to keep you under its control, celebrates your ignorant side. Please understand, whenever I walk into Gurukul, the first thing I'll remind them is, your ignorance is not celebrated here. One kid, all the time she will be confused whether to be here or go back to the house. And she will always think, I'll tolerate her ignorance. I'll say, no. Now tell, do you want to be here or go back? You can go back immediately. Now I'll call your parents and send you back. She'll say, no, I don't want to. See, as a child itself, you should not entertain this dilemma, which is the root of ignorance. In our Gurukul, dilemma should never be allowed or celebrated. Even if you make the decision, you are going back, it's great. Decide, because decision moves the wheel of life. Indecisiveness keeps you stuck. Feeling stuck is adharma, moving is dharma. Anywhere in the life when you feel stuck, it is adharma. Whether you are a kid or grown up, ignorance should not be celebrated. So you will have to find all the roots of the ignorance in you and complete with them. If you declare yourself as all compassionate, always for all compassionate, then you will have to be finding out all the incompletions like anger, violence, and complete with them. So the teamily, each one in the teamily will help the other persons to find their incompletions based on their declaration. Please listen. The first foremost incompletion you develop is identifying you with a small boundary. Please listen. Identifying you with the small boundary. First, foremost incompletion you experience in your life is identifying you with the small boundary. Just see, what do you feel about yourself in your dreams, early morning when you wake up, or your default idea about you? Understand? Please listen. Your altered idea about you will never be accepted as you by the people around you. Your team plus family is teamily. Your teamily is intelligent enough to recognize your default identity, and it will never ever accept your altered identity as you, because 24 hours you will not be able to hold on to your altered identity. You will fall back on your default identity. So please understand, the only way to get rid of the default identity, recognizing it is not your true identity. Second, completing with it. Alternative identity is not transformed identity. Alternative identity is not authentic identity. Just see, what is your default identity? You will see that frightened child, that terrorized child, all the time waiting to get tired, waiting to get bored, waiting to give up, already planning to break. When you start the business, already your default plan is, if it collapses and I go bankrupt, what should I do? When you tie the knot for the marriage itself, if this marriage breaks and ends up in divorce, what should I do? Everything, while you are starting itself, please listen. I am not saying don't be careful. I am only saying don't be foolish. This carefulness of a frightened child is nothing but not even getting out of your cradle. From cradle, you directly want to jump into grave. You do not want anything between the cradle and the grave. If both can be two in one, you will be more happy. Complete that frightened child inside. Actually, if you talk to your teamily and ask the help of your teamily to identify your incompletions and inauthenticities, actually teamily can suggest only your inauthenticities. You only can find the root of incompletions based on the inauthenticity input. Please understand. Identifying your incompletions based on the input from your teamily about your inauthenticities is what I describe, I define in Sanskrit as anava. Anor bhavaha means the feeling of belittled, Not being little, belittled. Being can never become little. Feeling belittled. Anava. Anor bhavaha. Please understand. The word anava, we always have a wrong meaning. We portray Ravana or Hiranyaksha, Kamsa, Shishubala to portray Anava. No. Understand? Of course, they are all embodiment of Anava, no doubt, but not the context from which you understand. You always think Anava means showing more than what you are. But Anava means feeling lower than what you are. Only then you start showing more than what you are. Feeling belittled. Please understand. There is a big difference between these two. If you understand Anava as showing more than what you are, you will start doing completely wrong exercise, trying to show yourself as a very humble. Understand? I am defining the whole process. First thing, you clearly pen down your authentic identity. What is your inner image, outer image, life image, and others' image? You pen down properly and declare it to your teamily. Let your teamily pinpoint all the inauthenticities you are having. Why you are not able to achieve your authentic identity? When your teamily points out your inauthenticities, don't fall into incompletion. Now take those inauthenticities and start looking into the origins of that inauthenticity in you. If your teamily says you don't have a love or compassion or trust, don't fall into incompletion. You are not a failure. You might have failed, but you are not a failure. Understand? You might have failed from your birth, but you are not a failure. Because you have a consciousness which is born. The consciousness can never be a failure. Listen. When your teamily points out you don't have love, trust, compassion, look back when that feeling belittled has started in you. Feeling small, feeling belittled, that fear, powerlessness. When that started in you, catch when that Anava started growing in you. Anava, I think I can say one of the best beautiful word to describe the true happening of feeling belittled. Because only when you feel belittled, you show you are big. You try to belittle others. When you track back, when you trace back, when you started feeling belittled first, come up with all the incidents when the pattern started and how you built that pattern. It will not be more than 15 paise worth. You would have started feeling belittled when your brother snatched 3 candy from you. with that feeling belittled. You gave up your Shivahood itself. You have not lost just the 3 candy. Because you decided to carry on that feeling belittled, you lost Shivahood itself. See, when you started building that feeling belittled, understand, all the incompletions you wrote should look like meaningless. Till then, go on reading it every day and declare completion. When you feel some of them are no, you don't even remember them anymore, you can scratch them. I wanted all of you to do this very sincerely. One side, the authentic inner image, outer image, life image, others image. The other side, all the incompletions you are supposed to complete to achieve that authenticity. This is the process for authenticity. Integrity to Advaita, authenticity to Advaita, responsibility from Advaita. Responding from Advaita is responsibility. Enriching the world with Advaita, causing everyone to experience Advaita is the goal of me and our Sangha. Understand? Integrity, all of you know, it's very easy and simple. For practicing how it is, I don't know, that is up to you. But for understanding, it is very easy. Authenticity is what we are doing now. The whole process is about authenticity. To bring authentic Advaitic experience into you, this whole teamily exercise. Every day I wanted you to read all the incompletions and declare completion. These incompletions will not have any more power over me. And there are few incompletions maybe like a pain point in you. They will be the pain factor. Complete with them. Complete with them. Because today's satsang is all about the technique, all about the process. So listen, even you understanding completion is more a decision, less a technique. It's very important for you to do it. Even you understanding completion is not much to do with the doing, it is less to do with the doing, much to do with understanding, deciding. Even you clearly understanding which part is tumor and which part is your body, which is your organ and which is the tumor. That understanding itself makes the tumor powerless. Understand? Tumor also gets power from you. The moment you understand it is not part of you, it loses power over you. The energy supplied towards it is stopped. I wanted all of you to understand. Today's whole satsang is just this 2 words. One. Paste all your incompletions and the authentic identity you have to achieve, both next to your bed. That's the first instruction. Second, every day read these incompletions and declare, decide, you will be complete and you will not allow these incompletions to be in your cognition or decision making. You will go on be completing it. Even till you complete. Just because you understood their incompletions, you will not allow them to be part of your cognition anymore. So the first thing all of us have to realize, the authentic identity you are building is a spiritual practice. Only from this you can take the quantum jump of beyond identity, the space of beyond identity. We always think, after all, from the bridge, if I am going to jump into the river, why should I build the bridge? But without bridge, if you directly try to jump into the river, you may die by hitting yourself on a rock. From the bank, if you just try to jump into the river, what will happen? You may die on the rocks which are there in the banks. So even to jump into the river, you need to find a right place where you can really swim and enjoy the river. So you need to build a bridge even if you are going to jump into the river. You need to build authentic identity even if you are going to enter into the space of beyond identity. That's the first lesson. Please understand. We should know our problems, only then we can correct it. The practices of building the mind. Practices of building the mind. Listen. I'm using this word once more. Practices of building the mind is as important as practices of building the body, like eating, sleeping. I wanted this as the punchline for today. Just like sleeping, completion is required for mind. Just like eating, authenticity is required for the mind. For body, eating; for mind, authenticity; for body, sleeping; for mind, completion. Like how you eat all day. If you don't have work, you are only eating or drinking. Morning, the moment you wake up, little fruits, 2 bread, 1 cup coffee, and then brush the teeth. Finish 1, 2, 3. Come back and have just few idlis, hot idlis, chutney, sambar. And then while you are driving to the office, little French fries and 2, 3 burger. Then the moment you reach the office, Coca-Cola. Whole day how you go on and on and on eating. There are some people who just faint the moment they hear about my disciples Nirahara. Forget about doing Nirahara. The moment they hear my disciples, many of them live without food, they die. They faint. Without eating. The muscles which are not becoming part of your body only becomes tumor. Your thoughts and actions, words which are not becoming your authentic identity only becomes incompletion. Your incompletions receives energy from you. Your tumor grows from the energy supplied by your body. Don't think your enemy is supplying energy to your tumor from somewhere. No. Your enemy should not agitate you with the wrong beliefs. You should agitate your enemy with the right facts. Understand? Never allow yourself to be agitated by your enemies. Be very clear. No enemy can supply energy to your tumor. No enemy can supply energy to your inauthenticity. It is you who supply energy to your inauthenticity. You who supply energy to your tumor. Nobody else. So whole day you will see your thoughts, your actions, your words strengthen the inner image, outer image, others image, life image you want to create. Tuning your thoughts, words, actions to your authentic identity whole day and living is what I call perpetual completion. Listen. Perpetual completion. Whole day, whole night, continuously, perpetually, your thoughts, words, actions, strengthening your authentic identity is perpetual completion. If you want your identity to be very friendly, loving, never ever use a strong abusive word. Don't think, no, I want to be friendly with that group, but with this fellow, if I use the abusive word, what is the wrong? No. That group may not listen to this word, but the effect of this word will be there inside you, which will be smelled by that group. You can never cheat yourself. So understand, if you think logically, you can hide information here, information there. Life doesn't work like that. Bring authenticity to your thinking, action, words. I tell you, the power authenticity gives you. If you are my disciple, if you have lived around me and felt awe by the power I radiate, see, I cannot compare, I cannot give any other explanation, definition. I can only speak from my experience. Please understand, if you are my disciple, if you have lived around me, if you experience the power I radiate, if you have been awed by it, I just want to tell you one word, With all my integrity, I tell you, that comes from authenticity. Please understand, it is not bargain. Many times, your insecurity and inauthentic identity is established on what you think as yours. Please listen. The I and mine, these two are the root of all your incompletions. I and mine. People always think the I comes first and then mine happens. No. Mine comes first, then I happens. Based on whatever you cognize as yours, you cognize who you are. Listen. Based on whatever you cognize as yours, based on that you cognize you. Many times the yours, that mine, becomes the source of I. So if you give away all of them, the incompletions also will disappear. You will evolve a new I which can be reinvented, which can be rebuilt based on completion. I tell you. Poor man is a man who has never seen poverty even once in life. Understand? I am defining who is poor man. Poor man is a man who has never seen poverty even once in life. I am not promoting poverty. All I am trying to tell you is, even once, if you have not realized poverty, you will not have the free space in your being to reinvent yourself. That is why in the science of enlightenment, at one point you have to break, renounce everything, be in the street empty-handed, till that you don't own anything. Nothing can be the reason for your cognition of I. Your I has to be just dependent on I. The mind cannot be the foundation ground for I. For that understanding to sink in, at least 1 year in your life, you should have been empty-handed, nothing, without anything. No relationship, no friends, no money, nothing. I tell you, that 1 year will give you the strength to reinvent who you are. And I can tell you, 9 years of my accepted poverty, self-imposed poverty, not imposed on me forcibly. I may not want to say my Purvashram family is rich, but they are decent. They were able to provide food and clothes and shelter for me. That much they are able to do. But when I renounced all of that, and family, friends, all the known contacts, everything, that 9 years of self-imposed poverty gave me tremendous space to reinvent myself and rebuild the new I from the space of completion.
Yes. Rebuilding the new I from the space of completion. That's what creating an authentic identity is all about. So let's now get into the exercise where we get to actually recreate this authentic identity, or create rather that authentic identity that we desire to have. So Swami tells understanding the genesis of your identity and completing with it just liberates you. So all of you understood by now how the genesis of the identity that you presently have has happened.
Yes, so what we have written so far and what we have currently is the four images that we are already having, the what we think about ourselves, our inner image, what we project as our identity to others, that is our outer image, the others image, meaning what we think that others think about us, that is the others image. And then there's the life image, the idea that we have about the life. That is what we have till now. What we are going to write now is the best inner image that you want to have, the most authentic idea you want to have about yourself. Next is the best outer image. What do you want to project to others? Means what do you want to project your identity to others? Then the others image is what is the best thing you feel that you want others to think about you. That is the best others image. Your best life image is the best idea you want to have about the life.
Yes, so now understand you are actually rewriting your future. You are going to be writing down the best images that you want to have, and this is equal to rewriting your future. And when you come to the space of completion, as we said, past always reproduces itself. So the incompletions that you had in the past, unless you complete with them, they will happen again. Now, by creating this authentic identity, you are taking the conscious decision that you are not going to recreate the same mess as before, but you are going to live only that. So this is what we are going to be doing now. You're going to write down the best four images that you want to have. And while doing that, as Swamiji said before, elaborate and write down clearly. Don't just write, I want the space of Shivoham. That can be there, but it has to be elaborate, it has to be precise in detail. And don't be too short also, just like I want to be, let's say this, I want to be powerful. That's okay, but be more elaborate, write in more details. And especially also, write things that you can cognize. Don't just write like 100, all the good things that you can think of. Not that is wrong, but write things that you can visualize, that you can relate with. Certain qualities, like you may not really have the desire to manifest them right now. So just leave that for now. Just write what is immediately required, what you can visualize. Okay. So, and while you do this exercise, as I said, so you're going to write down and then take some time also, maybe just close your eyes and visualize these four images. Visualize that you are already having that best inner image that you want to have. Then visualize that you are already having that best outer image that you want to have. Same for the others image and the life image.
Multiple times Swamiji tells that God is in detail. For us to be able to manifest our reality as we want, we need to be clear about what we actually want. We need to, that's why Swamiji is clearly telling we need to write in extreme detail. Now, when we are just, for an example, if we say that we want to be powerful, maybe write a few incidents which you can maybe imagine that if this incident happens, this is how I want to react to it. With this powerful cognition, I want to react to this situation. So you are very clear on your part that this is what I want. This is what I want to manifest as my life. So you'll be clear on your part. And with Swamiji's blessings, with the blessings of the Paramaavatar of Paramashiva, he will bless us, he will fill in energy for us to manifest our 4 best images.
Yes. And especially with the initiation that we had today, Swamiji already gave us the energy that we need. So now we just need to do the work and decide, how do we want to live? Who do we want to be? So let's start. Let's start writing down. Please write image by image, all the 4 images in detail, and then take some time to visualize that you are manifesting already all these 4. Yes, you can continue to write down, and once you have written down on the board, take a few minutes, just close your eyes and visualize that you are already having these four images. Even how we learned on the first day in the Kalpataru process, when you want to manifest something, visualize that it has already happened. So you can do that with these four images once you have finished writing. And even during this process, if you see that any incompletion comes up, for example, the moment you remember the way you want to show yourself to others, maybe some self-doubt is there. So you can do the completion now itself with that. However you need. Now we have learned different methods of completion. If you can just drop it and be complete with it just like that, just by your will, that is fine. If you need the completion relieving, that is also fine. So, but do the completion and create that space. As we learned, first you create a space, visualizing that it has already manifested, and then if any incompletion, self-doubt, hatred, denial disturbs the space, complete and then recreate the space. Once again, visualize that you are already having these four images. So that is the key now, creating the space and continuously remembering, infusing energy in this space more and more. So we can spend a few more minutes, finish writing down, and spend some time to visualize and complete. All right. So hopefully you are done penning down the authentic image that you want to have, authentic identity that you want to have. And hopefully you also still have the paper where you wrote the present identity, the 4 images that you have right now. So try to do a side by side and see where you are now and where you want to be. And whatever is stopping you from achieving these 4 images, that is incompletion. So you can, if you can make it in a clear way, like having on one side the image that you have now, on the other side the image that you want to have, in between the what is stopping you, the incompletion that you are having. And what is incompletion? As we said, past thoughts, emotional patterns, hangovers, the residue of the past that is sitting in your present, that is the incompletion. And if your expectations are not met by you or by others, they remain as an incompletion in you. So this means that on one side you'll have like the original incompletion that you developed in the childhood, and then the more you fail in manifesting what you desire, you accumulate more and more incompletions because you're not able to meet the expectations that you have. So incompletion is anything that leaves you with an experience of low energy, low emotions, or a feeling of unfulfilled. So anything that stops you, any kind of doubt about your ability to stand up to these 4 images right now, please write it down and complete with it. We'll do a short completion process, and by the end you should feel that all these incompletions that are standing in between are relieved. Okay, so let's continue with this process, spending a bit more time now to do the completion so that we can live our authentic identity. Yes, you can continue to write down. We just saw Jayakumaraya's question about the life image. So we wanted to respond to that. Oh, actually, I see that he has gone in the meantime. Okay, we'll just wait for him to come back. And the others, you can continue to write down. Whenever Jayakumaraya is back, we'll answer about the life image. You can continue to write down. Yes, Jayakumar, I also wanted to respond to your question about the life image. So you're asking, so basically, like you're asking, what is the best life image to have, right? If I understand your question for it. So see, best life image can be something like life is there to support me, everything is auspicious. So these kind of cognitions, where you feel that everything is there to support you, or that you always attract the best opportunities, or that everything in your life is a gift by Paramashiva. So these kind of cognitions, I can give some some hints. Then it's better if you put it in your own words how really you want to feel. um, I hope that clarifies the doubt that you have. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask. All right. So now from today, decide, so whatever you have written as the authentic identity that you want to have, let that not be just one more exercise, in the flow of exercise that you have. Keep that somewhere and keep on referring to that. Try to continuously remember that inside. When you remember yourself, decide to remember the authentic identity that you have. You can even meditate on it. As we said before, you visualize it and visualize that it has already happened. You are already having that. Same for the outer image that you have. Try to continuously align yourself to actually showing yourself in that way to others, and whatever it needs, the right actions, and again holding on to that visualization inside you. Now work on making that as your reality, and whenever you see that the space is broken due to any doubt, incompletion, whatever, drop it, complete, and don't forget to recreate the space. That is very important.
So as you remember the best identity that you have decided now, as you remember it more and more, you have to consciously bolt it into your muscle memory and biomemory. Like for an example, maybe while you would have been studying your exams, for an example, just take as if you are studying chemistry. Because you're so involved in the subject, you keep learning about the subject. So when you're drinking water, you just remember that you're actually drinking H2O. So something like that. It's like it becomes the way you see things. So your life image itself, any incident that is presented in front of you, for an example, Jai Kumariya, you said that you have set your inner image, outer image, and others image as that you are powerful. So your life image will be like, life is always there to support me. Life is always there to push me to become the best of what I am. So any incident that you face in your life, it may be a really tough situation, but the cognition that you will face that situation with will only be from the identity that you have created now. You will face that situation only with the cognition that I am powerful. Life is only there to support me.
Yes. So we hope that this session was insightful and that you were able to dive within the genesis of your identity, understand how it all started, and now that you will be able to manifest and create this authentic identity for yourself. And we have come to the end today of today's session of Paramashivoham, discovering the science of the genesis of identity. And if you still have any question or doubts, anything that you'd like to ask or share, feel free to do so. Even tomorrow, we'll be happy to respond to all your questions. And yes, thank you for sharing. Yeah. And yes, we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be discovering about the science of relationship, the how to bring completion with others, creating fulfilling relationships in our lives, understanding the difference between my world and the world, how this wrong perception that we have is the source of all relationship conflicts, of all relationship incompletions that we face, and we'll be learning how to complete with that. So make sure to be there tomorrow, of course, starting again with Nityananda Yoga, first session of the day. And don't miss that, preparing the body to embody Swamiji, manifesting all the Shaktis of Paramashiva. And so with this, let us conclude now. And with the Purna Mantra, let's offer our gratitude to Swamiji for this day of sessions that all of us have been blessed with.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tatsat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam.
Thank you all. Nityananda.